Browns and Broncos Sunday at 4:05 local time here in Cleveland. Of course, we'll all be in Denver for that game. It's the start of a long trip for the Browns. They will head to LA after they play Denver. So 3 things to watch and our picks coming up. Mary Kay, what are you watching?
Well, first of all, I wanted to thank Dorian for letting me borrow his coat for this interview. No, just kidding. He had on a black puffy coat on Sunday. But I am going to be watching Dorian Thompson-Robinson in this game because he's got to build on what he did against the Steelers. I mean, you have to do more than 13 points. You have to do more than one drive. Of course, you have to have your guys catching the ball for you instead of dropping the ball. I think he's going to have to take some shots downfield to Amari Cooper. I think that's absolutely 100% necessary to loosen things up on the defense and keep your running game viable. So, he's got to step it up. If he doesn't step it up, there's a guy named Joe right behind him. Big 6'6" guy right behind him, ready to take over.
It's going to be cold in Denver, so hopefully Dorian will pack his puffy coat for this game as well. Ashley, what are you watching?
Yeah, I was under the impression that I was wearing Dorian's puffy coat, but I guess not. No, to build off of Mary Kay's point, though, I think what I'm most curious about is how the Browns handle Denver's ability to turn the ball over. They're in like a 5-way tie for second place right now. They've forced 19 turnovers this year. I believe 12 or 13 of them have come during this 4 or 5 game winning streak that they are on. It's really an impressive amount. So I do think they're similar to the Steelers in that regard. So can DTR take care of the football, I think is going to be key. And if they do turn it over, can they do so without giving Denver some prime field position? Because Russ Wilson hasn't thrown for a lot of yardage this year, but 19 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. He can be efficient if he's given the chance there.
And I'm going to say Myles Garrett. Let's just see if he can continue to build on this case he's making for Defensive Player of the Year. Let's see if maybe he can build a little bit on that MVP buzz that is very quietly growing out there right now. He's going to have a chance to get to Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson is a guy that will take sacks. So this could be a big day for Myles Garrett, and if not him, maybe the rest of this Browns pass rush. So that being said, I think because of this defense, I am going to pick the Browns to end Denver's winning streak. I'm going to go 19-12. Browns pick up a big road win against the Broncos. Ashley, what do you have?
Yeah, I'm going to go the same. I'm going to go Browns 21, Broncos 17. I think ultimately the good thing for the Browns offense is Denver does not have a very strong pass rush. It's not like the Steelers, and they also don't have a great run defense. They're letting opponents average, I believe, 5.5 yards per carry right now. And even though the Browns have had to cobble together this run game without Nick Chubb, I think those are some manageable stats for Kareem Hunt, Jerome Ford, and company on there on the ground. So I do think the Browns are going to pull this one out.
Mary Kay, what's your pick?
Well, it's not a clean sweep for the cleveland.comers today. As I mentioned on the pod, I have to pick the Browns probably to lose a game or two here in this final 7-game stretch. And when I look at this one, I think, this is as good a choice as any. It's hard to win in Denver. They are getting those takeaways by the spades. I mean, it is 12 in the last 3 games alone. 5 against Kansas City, 4 against the Bills, 3 against the Vikings. See, you said I'm good with numbers.
I know.
And, if they can keep that train rolling along, they can make it a very long afternoon for the Cleveland Browns. So for that reason, I am picking the Broncos to win this game 23-17.
Okay, well, whatever happens in Denver, we'll have it all covered for you. Just go to cleveland.com/Browns.